Now, this is the kind of meal that Gino likes to eat. Tagliata di manzo. Very simple, few ingredients, plenty of flavor. Now, let me show you. First of all, what you need is a steak. I'm using sirloin steak. By all means, you can use any other kind of steak, but please don't use a tough one like ram steak, that it won't work. Now, let me show you what I've done with the fat. On the side here, I made some cut into the fat, so the steak doesn't curl when it gets into the heat, so it stays nice and flat. The mistake that a lot of people make is at this point, before it goes into the grill, they're going to season with salt and pepper. That is absolutely wrong, because then if you season it, the salt, it will take all the moisture away from the steak and it becomes tough and it's not beautiful and juicy. What you want to do, you get a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, put it on top, like this, and then rub it in. You know, the last thing that you want to do is put oil into the hot griddle pan, because otherwise you're going to smoke the house down. So oil into the steak and rub it in. Now make sure that your griddle pan is really, really hot. You really want to hear the sizzle as soon as the meat touches the griddle pan, okay? 1, 2, 3. There you go. You touched raw meat, so make sure that you wash your hands. And to keep the steak nice and tender, what you also have to be careful is not to move the meat too much time in the griddle pan. You should only move the meat twice. Once you put it in, and then you move one more time, and then it's done. So you keep all the moisture into the meat. By the time that the steak is ready, I'm going to prepare a little salad. This is really tells you Italy at its best. So first of all, we got some rocket leaves. I got some rucola here. So that goes into a bowl. Then I'm going to put some gem lettuce. And what you want to do with gem lettuce, just tear them apart. And then I got a few cherry tomatoes. You can use yellow, red one, whatever you fancy. Very simply, the only thing you want to do is cut them in half. Now, keep an eye on the steak, because of course, if you have a good quality steak, you want it to keep it medium rare. So one side I'm happy, as you can see, it's coloring all the fat. So the only thing you want to do, pick it up and cook the other side for about 30 seconds, no longer. So cherry tomato goes in. And at this point, the only thing that you want to do is the dressing. We are dressing, so we need extra virgin olive oil, which is the first press of the olives. You get the best flavor out of the oil. So extra virgin goes in there. We put a little pinch of salt and pepper. And then we have aceto balsamico, balsamic vinegar. So a drizzle of balsamic vinegar goes in there. Now, just before we toss everything together, what I want to do is take the steak out of the griddle pan and let it rest for probably about 20 seconds as you put in the salad into the serving plate. Just put it in the middle of a serving plate. Okay, now the salad is ready. The only thing you left to do is to cut the steak and make sure that you cut the steak diagonally, so you get a beautiful color of the medium. Just before you serve it, season with a little bit of salt and pepper. And very simply, just pick up the steak and you go straight on top of the salad, like this. And just before you serve it, little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And of course, we have the Parmesan cheese. When you buy Parmesan, buy it into blocks. So then you can shave it or you can grate it then and then. In these cases, I'm just going to use a potato peeler to do this beautiful shaving of Parmesan. And this is how you make tagliata alla Gino D'Acampo. Buon appetito!